If you're anything like me, I've found that many of us at some point find ourselves pondering a fundamental question. What truly drives change? And it's easy to feel lost amidst the whirlwind of uncertainty and distractions, especially about where to channel our time and our priorities to fuel our aspirations. Let's not muddy the waters on our path on the way to momentum, right? It's Brad here, and in this series, we're venturing beyond the usual metrics of success, diving deep into the catalysts of profound transformative change that drives rapid momentum, whether it's the joy of achievements or the resilience built through adversity. Every moment holds the power to pivot our direction and redefine your priorities. But imagine a world where every step you take is fueled by a clear vision and an unwavering purpose. In this video, not only will we uncover the 8 drivers that propel us forward, but we'll also explore how recognizing and embracing your unique reasons for change can unlock extraordinary success. Stick around because this insight has the potential to transform your approach to both personal and professional development. I'm sure we'd agree that life's events, both uplifting and challenging, significantly impact our personal and professional development. From transformative experiences like trauma, loss, or illness to the enriching effects of significant achievements, travel, or new relationships. Each of these moments has the potential to pivot our direction and redefine our priorities. At the heart of the relentless pursuit of excellence is a profound reason for change. This intrinsic motivation transforms aspirations into tangible successes, guiding us through growth with clarity and purpose, which is so important in the world today. Imagine setting out for a destination, not just armed with skills and ambitions, but also propelled by a clear vision of what you seek to change and the reason why you want that change. Recognizing and embracing this reason for change is your key to unlocking profound wealth, remarkable impact, and enduring success. Now, I know that sounds silly or maybe not even unbelievable, but it's really true, and I encourage you to dive in here to the information. Knowing the reasons for change is so incredibly powerful. Do you see how powerful that can be? Is knowing the intention, knowing the reason behind something, the why, as a lot of people like to say. In our unwavering quest for excellence, it's not just ambition that fuels our progress. Indeed, anyone longing for change carries a fundamental reason for that change, a cornerstone upon which their hopes and dreams are built. It's these underlying motivations that turn our aspirations into realities, steering us through the complex journey of personal and professional growth. So let's steer clear of the complexities of metaphysics, even though I love it, and deep psychological theories, which I love those too, but we're going to steer clear of those in this discussion. Instead, we'll focus on simplicity, right? Simple is brilliant, I like to say all the time. Understanding and embracing your reason for change simplifies unlocking the vast potential for wealth, impact, and lasting success. We'll start by introducing the 8 most compelling drivers of change, followed by a little detailed explanation of each of those, complete with examples to help you see their impact in action. So, to begin, just an overview. Exposure, number 1. 2, experience. 3, examination. 4, exploration. 5, elasticity. 6, engagement. 7, evolution. And 8, elevation. Are you seeing a pattern there? Change is a constant presence in our lives. No matter what, we can try to avoid it, but change is inevitable. Steering us along a path filled with growth and discoveries is change. The 8 drivers we're about to explore a little bit deeper are the key to both catching your stride and keeping it. Remember, it's always easier to keep going than it is to start from scratch. So important, right? As we go deeper into each one, take a moment to identify which one resonates most with you for where you are right now. When obstacles appear, and they inevitably will, these drivers can serve as your inspiration, nudging you onward and upward. 1. Exposure. Exposure is the gateway to new worlds, right? Imagine stepping into a diverse gathering where every individual story, culture, and ideas open doors to previously unimagined possibilities. That can happen. This is exposure. It's our introduction to a world ripe with potential, right? It's bringing the unconscious to the conscious and changing our environments. It's the new music that we hear. It's the books that we read. It's the people we meet that challenge our thoughts and expand our horizons. Exposure is our first step toward change, pushing us beyond our comfort zones into a world brimming with possibilities, right? We like to say transforming possibilities into reality here. It's about embracing the unfamiliar, letting new experiences and perspectives and knowledge challenge our existing beliefs, thereby setting the stage for true transformation. Consider Sarah, for example, who pursued innovative marketing strategies, not just for knowledge's sake or the sake of knowledge alone, but also to revolutionize her company's outreach. And this was driven by her clear reason for change. Knowing the reason for change lights the way, ensuring that every new exposure is a step toward your ultimate goal. So that's number 1. Number 2, experience. This was a big one. Experience is the building blocks of expertise, right? Hand in hand with exposure comes experience. Life doesn't come with a manual. Unfortunately, we learn by doing, right? By texting, or by testing things, and by trying new things. And every joy, every setback, and every adventure is a brushstroke on the canvas of our lives. These experiences shape us, molding us into who we are right now. It's like the aggregate of all of our experiences, right? Whether it's the sting of failure or the exhilaration of success, each experience teaches us very valuable lessons. We want to pick up on those. So those lessons encourage us to grow and adapt. Life's a teacher, and we're its students, learning through every joy, challenge, and adventure we encounter, and even the hard times. These experiences shape us, teaching us lessons that guide our reactions and decisions to move forward. Every experience, be a challenge or a triumph, gains depth when linked to your reason for change. Take Mark, for example, whose projects were more to him than just tasks. He was truly engaged. They were milestones on his path to becoming a transformative leader in his information technology department, or IT. This is a clear purpose. And this purpose helped him to see that every experience, even the tough ones, he was not just moving forward, but he was moving forward, through momentum, but he was also moving closer to his precise vision and objective. Right? Really important. Number 3, examination. The mirror of insight is examination. So, as we engage in examination, a critical reflection on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors is important. It's about looking in the mirror, asking tough questions, right? Sobering ones, getting sobering answers, and seeking the truth about who we really are and who we want to become. Everything is about becoming, right? Be, do, have. We'll get into that more later. Hopefully you've heard that before. This introspection, as it's so called, is crucial for understanding our place in the journey of change. It's in the quiet moments of self-reflection that you'll find your reason for change. And that's the one that's going to speak the loudest to you. Take Alex, for example, who decided that introspection would be a strategic tool to allow him to align his career trajectory with his aspirations of impactful leadership. Remember, knowing your reason, especially during challenging times, will act as your compass, guiding you through the vast landscape of professional development, straight to your North Star. Number 4, exploration. One of my absolute favorites. Charting uncharted waters, or some like to say, becoming comfortable being uncomfortable. This is our quest for meaning, exploration. It's our deep dive into the mysteries of life and ourselves. Exploration is about asking questions. It's about seeking answers and daring to dream. It's the courage to venture into the unknown and search our passions, our purpose, and our paths. Through exploration, we discover not just the world around us, but also the limitless potential within us. With a better understanding of ourselves, we begin to build deeper meaning, purpose, and passion. And it's all about dreaming big, asking, what if? And daring to venture beyond what's familiar. Exploration challenges us to find our unique path and pursue it with a lot of courage. Consider Jessica, for example. Her exploration into new markets wasn't a leap into the dark just for the sake of things. It was a calculated, intentional step driven by her ambition to uncover her untapped, latent potential. Knowing your reason for change emboldens you to explore fearlessly, armed with the conviction that every new path has a potential to lead you closer to your goals. Number 5, elasticity. The flexibility to adapt and overcome. As we continue to grow, we learn the importance of elasticity or adaptability. Whether we want it or not, change is constant, and our ability to adapt determines our stick-to-itiveness, our resilience, if you will. Elasticity is about being flexible in the face of new challenges and then bouncing back stronger when life throws us curveballs, which it will do. Change is inevitable. When you're crystal clear about your reason for change, you adapt not just to survive, but more so to thrive. Elasticity captures the flexibility and adaptability and required to adjust to new situations and environments. It signifies the ability to stretch and adapt one's behavior and thinking in response to changing circumstances. It also helps us maintain resilience and an openness to this kind of growth. Take Mike, for example. He learned that his agility in the face of organizational shifts was underpinned by his goal to foster a resilient and inclusive culture. Knowing and understanding his intent ensured his adaptations were always in service of his deeper objectives of building a thriving culture. Number 6, engagement. This is the power of connection. None of us is an island, which brings us right to engagement. This driver is all about connecting with others at a deeper level, building meaningful relationships, as well as learning from the diversity the human experience provides us all. Engagement enriches our lives, our workplaces, and our communities, offering support, inspiration, and a sense of belonging. Engagement encompasses the role of social connections and relationships in the process of change. It highlights the significance of interacting with and being influenced by others, including the support, inspiration, and perspective that come from our social networks. Consider for a moment Mary's engagement in networking. It wasn't mere socializing. It was an intentional choice, a strategic endeavor to build alliances that would amplify her impact in the finance sector as well as the world at large. Understanding your reason for change transforms engagement from a passive activity into a dynamic source of momentum, driving you and those around you toward shared visions of success. All right, next to last, evolution. This is the unfolding of limitless potential. Just as the world around us changes, so do we. Evolution is the gradual transformation that occurs as we absorb new exposures, accumulate new experiences, and pursue new explorations. It's an ongoing process of learning, adapting, and growing. Evolution ensures that we're constantly becoming better, stronger, and more resilient versions of ourselves. Reflecting on the culmination of our experiences, reflections, and connections is important. It's here that we see the fruits of our labor. As we grow, adapt, and improve, this is where we see those fruits. Evolution is about becoming the best version of ourselves, equipped with the endurance to face whatever comes our way next. John's commitment, for example, to continuous learning and growth was not aimless. It was a reflection of his determination to lead his sector into a new era of innovation. See, when you're clear on the why, evolution becomes not just a journey of personal advancement, but a steadfast march toward a vision larger than your current self. And last but not least, elevation. This is a driver for many people. Achieving with significance, I like to say. And this can be tricky. Finally, the last one is elevation. This is about lifting ourselves and striving for higher ground in both our personal and our professional lives. Maybe in the 6 domains of power, which you may have heard me speak into in the last video. Elevation is the result of our efforts to improve, to achieve, and to exceed our expectations. It's about raising our standards and our status. It's about reaching the goals we set, overcoming the obstacles that gave us some discomfort, and the persistence required for us to reach brand new heights. It's through elevation that we not only achieve our dreams, but also inspire those around us to pursue theirs. This is an important point. Elevation is not just about personal gain. It's about uplifting others along the way, inspiring those around us to also strive to be their best. It represents the pinnacle of personal change and professional change. It's the pinnacle of development, where the impact of our growth is not only felt within, but seen and acknowledged by the world at large. Reaching new heights in your career is not just about personal accolades. It's about realizing the change you envisioned. Elevation, as achieved and exemplified by Sarah, Mark, Alex, Jessica, Mike, Mary, and John, was not an end, but just a milestone along their journey to affect meaningful change in their respective fields. One other thing I'd love to share about elevation is there's so many people are driven by this last one, and there's so many positives about it, right? Significance can be such a positive thing, but there's a dark side to significance. For many years, I chased significance, but for the wrong reasons, of the glitz and the glamour and the money and the all of this thing, right? The acknowledgments on all those things. So significance can have a very positive aspect, or it can have a positive connotation, but there's also, the polarity to that, right? There's the negative side. So I really do encourage you to explore this. Chasing status can be tricky, right? So we can chase status for the right reasons to elevate ourselves and others for the betterment of the world, but we can also chase significance and status for the wrong reasons, for material reasons that are, less than needed. So I encourage you to pause if you're being motivated by elevation, to pause and consider the intention, which we'll explore next. So I have a call to action for you. Now that you're equipped with the 8 drivers of change, you're not just fueled for progress, you're set to shift into high gear, right? This is about momentum, exponential momentum, gaining and sustaining momentum, right? So now that you have those drivers, you're poised not just for advancement, but for a leap toward unparalleled excellence and noteworthy achievements. Every step taken with exposure, experience, examination, exploration, elasticity, engagement, evolution, and yes, elevation, does far more than merely move you along your path. It accelerates your growth. This acceleration is fueled by the definitive purpose and resolute determination defining every choice you make. As you maneuver through these critical drivers, you'll find your progress isn't merely ongoing, becomes an unstoppable force, yes, carving out a legacy adorned with exceptional success and unique impact. However, this is merely just the beginning. The true art lies in maintaining this swift pace, ensuring your momentum remains robust and lively. Next, we're set to delve into the topic that lies at the heart of sustaining this drive. Do you know what it is? Yes, it's the power of intention. But how does intention differ from goal setting, and why is it often the hidden key to unlocking sustained momentum and achieving our deepest desires? This question forms the crux of our upcoming exploration. We'll unravel the intricate ways in which intention serves not just as a catalyst, but as the very fuel for our continuous improvement, turning transient surges of energy into a perpetual force. Are you ready to keep your momentum unbroken and dive deeper into the transformative power of intention? It's time for a moment of introspection. Yes, as we gear up for this exploration, consider how your deepest intentions influence not just the goals you set, but the energy and persistence with which you pursue them. This week, as you reflect on the primary driver that currently propels you, I challenge you. I want you to challenge yourself to think about the intentions behind it. How do these intentions shape your path? And what might change if you brought them into clearer focus before you? I invite you to ponder this question and look forward to more time together where we'll uncover the profound impact intention can have on sustaining momentum and realizing your vision. Go, Momentum Nation! Stay tuned weekly as we're about to unveil many more critical insights and strategies, ensuring that the art of momentum becomes not just a concept, but a lived experience in your pursuit of limitless success. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.